Hey everybody, welcome to the ThwakJak Report. This is the second official episode. And we got some pretty interesting topics to talk about today.
You'd think we would probably have more with the fact that we took 2 weeks to do it.
Yeah.
But it's been relatively slow news-wise lately.
And all the stuff we do have is, I think we'll go pretty in-depth with it, so...
Yeah. We'll try not to make it another 20-minute video. Make it more digestible for people, but no guarantees.
Right. And, as always, we're your hosts, Damian Leba.
Anthony Stevens.
Can't forget that. Alright, so let's just jump right into it with the first news topic. So, the Mortal Kombat film, produced by James Wan.
Dude. Like, that is the main thing that gives me faith in this. I love video games. I love movies. They don't interact well together most of the time.
Right.
I love Assassin's Creed.
The movie?
The game.
Oh, okay.
The movie was a thing.
It happened, I guess.
It was there. I was so excited too. Went and watched it like first week it was out. So let down. Like every video game movie. The only one that's done semi-well in the last 10 years is the remake of the Tomb Raider movie. Like, it was faithful to the games. Yeah. And it wasn't super cheese.
Right.
It felt like an action movie. It didn't feel like it needed to be connected to a video game.
Yeah, and totally, it was way different than the Angelina Jolie ones. I think those are like definitely like a product of the early 2000s.
Yeah. It's weird though, because I talk to my friends who don't really play the games, and they love the Angelina Jolie version. Yeah. Where I wasn't too crazy about them.
Right. Look-wise though, she killed it. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially if you compare it to the old PlayStation 1 and 2 versions of the game.
Yeah.
But what we were trying to talk about before we went on a tangent was January 15th, 2021. James Wan is bringing us, hopefully, a faithful and enjoyable version of Mortal Kombat.
Right. And, I think you'd see, I think we have a lot of faith in James Wan based on what he's done so far.
Aquaman,
yeah.
Saw, still my favorite.
One of the best,
franchise.
Probably the best director in horror today, I'd say.
Yeah. Because Annabelle, correct?
No, he didn't direct Annabelle, but he directed the first Conjuring and the second Conjuring. Okay. And those came from that.
Okay.
So,
didn't he produce Annabelle then?
Yeah, he did produce it.
And he's produced a bunch of horror movies and stuff like that. Before him, Godfather-wise of horror movies, you'd probably have to go like Alfred Hitchcock. Now I think he's kind of adopted that. Like, it seemed pretty... Yeah. Well, no, because you have Alfred Hitchcock, Wes Craven... George Romero. Every generation seems like it has a new one, and he definitely seems like our generation's like horror godfather.
For sure.
So, definitely excited to see what that'll take. One of the cast members actually shared that photo. So, got me super excited, and the logo for it is pretty faithful, but like the dragon has like a longer tail and acts as a circle. Looks pretty dope. Following up on that though, we have a little bit more Mortal Kombat news, but more game related this time. This Tuesday, the Joker character releases for Mortal Kombat 11, and it looks fantastic. A lot better than the skins did for Injustice 2. A lot more bearable.
Right.
And
this looks different from what they originally had, I think.
Yeah, I know a lot of people weren't very happy when they initially dropped the photos.
Was this it?
Yeah, it looked too pretty boy. Yeah. Too much like a pretty boy. Like, it just didn't work. But the thing that got me excited is they gave, I believe it was Baraka. It's either Baraka or Noob Saibot. They're giving him a skin that is the Batman Who Laughs, and it looks super metal, dude. It looks badass.
Yeah. I'm excited for that, and we'll see how it turns out. So jumping into our next topic. So, about a week ago, might have been 2 weeks ago now at this point, Robert Pattinson was at a fashion week.
Batman.
Bobby Bats. Yeah, wearing a black leather jacket, all black. Basically wearing all black, and his hair.
So I think his hair is the biggest thing to go off of because he obviously wasn't dressed in his movie attire,
right?
But you can definitely kind of tell where they're heading with everything based on the way he looked. Had that slicked back hair and just he looked very much like
Bruce.
Yeah, it looked like comic book Bruce. I'm just kind of curious to see what he's gonna look like under when they actually, because every Batman movie you get the shirtless scene, and everyone's going to expect it. Like I think that's the one thing that will get girls in the theater, that and the fact that he was from Twilight. So
yeah, it helps.
It does help in that regard, but it'll be interesting to see.
Yep.
Like I told you, I'm interested to see how shredded he got for the role. Like I'm not so much worried about muscle gain, just if he was able to tone up for it.
Right. So because I think people expect a certain like look.
Like I think Batman should be like a little more broad shouldered, but at the same time, as long as he's shredded and he looks like he can kick your ass, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, because a lot of people, like general audience, are already on the fence about him being Batman in the first place. So if he doesn't like look the part at all, they're gonna even time more crap.
I am so ready for him to prove people wrong. I have because I watched Lighthouse, I think last week, and I was texting you about it. That movie, I forgot he's British, honestly. Like every movie I see him in, he doesn't have his English accent, and I'm just like, this is who he is.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited for what he's gonna do with that role.
Yeah, and I think part of the problem is that a lot of people just know him from Twilight, and they don't want to go watch any independent movies, artsy movies, and that's where he thrives.
That and the fact that he was from Twilight made it to where nobody wanted to watch him, period.
Right.
So even though like most people don't realize he tried to distance himself from those movies as much as possible. That's why he became an art actor.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think I'm excited for it. And I'm ready for him to prove people wrong.
Oh yeah, no, I'll be standing in line on opening night.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably end up going with you because my wife will be annoyed with me. So.
Alright, so next story, we're jumping to the ObiWan series. Now it's supposed to come out on Disney Plus. What happened?
So apparently, the script was not up to par, and
Kathleen Kennedy didn't like it. Apparently.
Yeah, well, I don't have a whole lot of faith in her right now, so... honestly, my biggest thing that I keep hearing that makes me excited for the future of Star Wars is after her contract's up, they might shoo her out the door and give everything to Jon Favreau.
And I'd be down for that.
Right? All you have to do to realize that he has a grip on Star Wars in general, Mandalorian. All his.
Yeah.
Wrote it all. I don't think he directed any of the episodes, surprisingly.
I think
if he did, it would have been the last episode.
Yeah, mainly a showrunner and producer.
Yes. But he came up with Baby Yoda, and like that enough should give everybody a little bit more faith in him. And honestly, I don't think I can name anything else Kathleen Kennedy has done besides when she started taking over Star Wars and running it. In my opinion, running it into the ground.
Right. She tried to do too much in like a small span of time.
She tried to do too much, but she didn't define what she was doing. She let too many people... She brought in too many cooks to her kitchen and just let them make whatever they wanted. So, hopefully they get a grip on this ObiWan show, because that's like one of 3 reasons I bought Disney Plus.
Yeah, just waiting for that.
Dude, and that's the killer. Like, if it wasn't for The Mandalorian and all these other shows releasing 1 episode at a week, I probably wouldn't be subscribed like monthly to it.
Yeah.
Like, there would be no reason for me to be subscribed, because you don't get as much new stuff as Netflix, Hulu,
HBO,
anything else.
Yeah.
There's not as many perks. Granted, it's not super expensive either. And the other reason I won't get rid of it is because if I did, I think my son would lose his damn mind. So it definitely has its benefits, but that's what keeps me on it.
Yeah. Yeah, so hopefully it works out, and also part of that is the crew that was working on it, they were dismissed. Yeah. Just told them to go home, so.
I mean, as long as I'm getting paid, you can send me home as many times as you want, so.
Yeah. So, still a little disheartening, but hopefully it all comes together, because, like, I've been waiting a long time to see him as ObiWan again.
And there's literally 25 years of stories between episode 3 and episode 4 that they can tell with ObiWan.
Yeah.
And they can do as many seasons as they want.
Yeah.
If Ewan McGregor wants to stay on that long.
Right.
But, please, God.
Yeah, and also related to that, kind of, I guess just a rumor, I heard or read that Hayden Christensen would be coming back for, like, as Darth Vader for some sort of series. I don't know how true that is, but it'd be interesting.
I honestly, dude, like, obviously I wasn't big on Attack of the Clones, but
I don't think anybody was.
Revenge of the Sith, like, still stands as my favorite Star Wars movie.
Oh yeah, me too.
And his acting in that was, for that movie, it was right. Like, they played into the kind of emo-y feel of Darth Vader a little too much in Attack of the Clones, which kind of drew a lot of people off.
Yeah.
They should have had a little bit more of a build to that, instead of him always, like, hating sand.
Yeah.
So...
It's coarse and rough. I guess everywhere.
Yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed his performance more in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
It felt more like it fit.
Mm-hmm.
So, if he were to come back for something like that, I don't know why they would really need him if it's going to be someone in a Darth Vader outfit the whole time.
Yeah.
But, if you want to have, like, inner dialogue, it would make sense.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's almost the only thing.
And a show just about the Jedi genocide in general, that'd be awesome.
Dude, there's so many Star Wars stories that I'm still dying to see.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be happy if they did a Knights of the Republic TV show. Like,
yeah, anything. As long as it's good. Like, just give it to Jon Favreau.
Faithful storytelling is all I need.
Yeah.
So, I'll be happy.
Yeah, and the closest thing we got to Hayden Christensen being back was, at the end of Rise of Skywalker where Rey starts hearing all those voices.
And they gave you
one of them was
line that... his line irritated the hell out of me, because it was, bring balance to the Force like I did. You know how that movie ended, right? Like, you didn't do anything until the last, 5 minutes of Return of the Jedi, and I don't know if you'd call that bringing balance to the Force, because you screwed it up in the first place.
Right.
But...
Alright.
Time will tell. We'll wait and see how everything goes.
Yeah.
We have pictures of the U.S. agent were leaked online by Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, for people who don't know, it's a character named John Walker in Marvel Comics that, after Captain America dies, basically tries to take over for him. And in the pictures that they released, it's actually Kurt Russell's son,
Wyatt Russell.
Yeah, Wyatt Russell, playing the U.S. agent, and the suit is faithful both to his suit in the comics and also a little bit like of an homage to Captain America more than it is in the comics.
Right.
He has the shield and everything, but the A is in the shape of a star. It looks super dope.
Yeah.
Then he has those red stripes across his chest. Basically, what I'm getting a vibe from it is that he'll basically be fighting for the mantle of Captain America with Bucky and Sam. Mm-hmm. So, it'll be interesting to see where they take that.
Yeah. And, you know me, I'm not, the hugest, Marvel fan when it comes to, movies and TV shows, but this one seems, pretty interesting, so I think I'll check it out for sure. Yeah.
I'm always there for comic book movies pretty much no matter what they are. Mm-hmm. DC fanboy all day.
Yeah.
If you couldn't tell. But as long as there's comic book heroes and something that looks faithful to not only the comics but the characters you built in the past, I'll show up any day.
Yeah.
Which is why I still haven't seen Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever see that movie, to be honest.
No, I would probably buy it to put it in the trash. That's about it. Just out of principle, if I had money to spare.
Right.
But that ain't happening anytime soon.
Yeah, no, not at all. So yeah, we'll see what happens with these specifically the Marvel shows like the WandaVision and Loki and stuff like that. We'll see.
I think I'm more excited for Loki, but WandaVision will still be interesting because it seems to be super outside of the box.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see where they take that.
Yeah, and from what I read, I could be wrong, but it's supposed to be kind of like I don't want to say sitcom, but soap opera kind of deal.
The vibe I get from the way they've talked about it is almost like I Love Lucy.
Okay.
Where it's supposed to be kind of set like 50s, 60s, like almost like time traveling. Like it's all in her head though.
Okay.
But then again, I have no idea what they're going to do with that, and especially if they're able to work that show into Doctor Strange. Because they're talking about Wanda being the main villain for the next Doctor Strange movie.
Oh, villain?
Yeah.
Oh,
like kind of like losing her damn mind.
Okay, because she was a villain in Age of Ultron, wasn't she? At first?
Initially, yes. Yeah. And in the comics, she was a villain for a long, long time. Okay, so it'll be interesting no matter what to see what they do with all the characters. But
yeah. So one thing that I started thinking about was this Bad Boys sequel came out, and I wasn't sure how it was going to go over, but apparently
a lot better than Doolittle.
Led the weekend, made $26 million, and I think they greenlit a sequel to that too.
To Bad Boys?
Yeah.
I didn't think they were going to make it anymore. Which makes me even more mad because, dude, all they had to do, unless they're going to use different actors, because I still haven't seen the movie.
Right.
The fact they named it Bad Boys for Life irritated me from the moment they announced it. Because if you're going to do 4 in a title, especially if you're doing it for the 3rd movie, it doesn't make sense. Where one more movie could have done Bad Boys for Life.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and honestly, I've never seen the other two, so. No, so.
I loved those movies as a kid.
Okay.
Like, I'll never forget the very first scene from Bad Boys 2 because they're undercover and they're under KKK hoods.
Yeah.
Sitting there and they like pretty much bust a drug deal that the KKK is doing. Honestly, probably some of my favorite Will Smith movies.
Okay.
Those first two. So.
Yeah, because recently really hasn't been doing too good. Gemini Man came out, and that didn't do too hot at all.
Yeah, but that was also because it had like 13 years of build that people just lost interest. Actually, even longer than that, because I think the first person to sign on to that film was Sean Connery. And like I think they went through like 4 or 5 actors before they finally got Will Smith, and he was waiting for it for almost 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, because they were trying to do that de-aging thing where they basically fought their younger selves, and they didn't have the technology back then, and just kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed.
Okay.
So, but yeah, while that didn't do too well, everyone loved him as Genie. Like, even though the trailers, people were off at first.
Yeah, I was thrown off, man.
I know everyone was scared at first. They're like, Robin Williams did it too well.
Yeah, it's hard to follow that up.
But he made it his own. He didn't try to... They paid little homages, but it wasn't nothing like doing it exactly the same way.
Right.
That would have hurt him.
For sure.
Other than that, like, he definitely hasn't had, like, a huge... He's not who he was 10 years ago when he was the highest paid actor in Hollywood.
Right. So, yeah. So, we can go to our last story for today. And it's looking like there's going to be an Anaconda reboot from Sony. I don't know how to feel about that.
If we're going to start rebooting Ice Cube movies, just give me another Friday.
Yeah.
Like,
they've been talking about that for a long
time. I know, but it's too long.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'll watch it. If they do it, though, we don't have a whole lot of years left with Samuel L. Jackson, and what they should do is make it like a sort of sequel to Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah.
I would definitely go watch it if they marketed it that way. So
that would be awesome.
Other than that, like I never was too into those movies when I was a kid.
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of the Ice Cube one, and the one I saw in full was the Hunt for the Blood Orchids or something like that. It was a sequel. I saw that one, and that one was kind of blah. So I'm not too sure this is gonna be any better.
Horror sequels back then never were that.
No.
They somehow, like, if they did really well in theaters, they'd get a lower budget on the second movie.
Yeah, and it was weird. You either had bad sequels or you had bad American remakes of Japanese horror movies. Except for the first Ring remake was good.
Yeah. Everything else, like...
The Grudge, I'd say.
Even the remake of The Ring wasn't...
And see, I never saw that one.
I only heard bad things.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Hopefully they can do something good with it. I won't write it off until I see maybe some footage or some pictures.
Right.
So, try to keep my faith.
Yeah, we'll see. And, I don't know, recently I feel like horror movies have been, for the most part, getting a little better.
Yes.
Mainly independent ones.
I think a big part of that is owed to people like James Wan and Jason Blum and...
Jason Blum, yeah.
And the director, the dude who played Adam in the first Saw movie, I know he's like...
Lee Winnell.
Yeah. Those three guys, I think, have started like a huge renaissance for horror movies in the last decade.
Yeah.
To where not only are they more respected, they're actually getting more money than they have ever.
Yeah, because Jason Blum, like, his, like, business model is pretty genius, because he makes these horror movies for such a low budget, and their return is, like, huge.
Oh, yeah. That is why you got 5 or 6 Paranormal Activities.
Yeah.
Like, they were so cheap to make, people are going to see them.
And you got Get Out. That was a Blumhouse movie.
The two of them together, Blumhouse and, what is it, Monkey Paw?
Yeah, Monkey Paw, yeah.
I'll watch anything. If you put those two together again, I'll go again and again and again.
Yeah, and I think another cool thing about that too is like it gives like more filmmakers more opportunities to make these movies since they're so low budget. There's like it's kind of low risk.
Yes.
For Jason Blum. So, and speaking of Blumhouse, the Spawn reboot that's supposed to be through Blumhouse, and Todd McFarlane just spoke about it again recently.
I don't know if I want to ask, but go for it.
Yeah, he was basically talking about Joker and how it made $1 billion and how he's like, R-rated superhero movies, it's their time to shine.
All you gotta do is look at Deadpool.
Yeah.
Deadpool opened the door for that, even though it went a completely different way than what the Joker did.
Yeah. Logan.
It's the only reason people have faith in R-rated comic book movies now.
Yeah.
I would be happy to see... I was worried you were gonna say he said something that was gonna hurt the movie.
Yeah, he posted a Instagram post and it had Jamie Foxx next to Spawn or whatever, and he's still talking about it. And yeah, so this is the quote: "Thanks to Joker movie, getting lots of momentum on the Spawn movie. Hope to have big news in the next month. R-rated is now sexy in Hollywood."
I will say that when it comes to comic book movies, Hollywood is super reactionary. 10 years ago, you would have never heard a peep about an R-rated Joker movie.
No.
You wouldn't have heard a peep about a Joker movie.
No. Never would have happened.
No. So, I mean, Deadpool took long enough. Like, I still remember the day it came out because I was so excited.
Yeah.
February 12th, 2016.
16, yeah.
And that was like the day comic book movies started changing. For the better.
Yeah. I saw it opening night.
I took Ariana the day after, so I was like, "Happy Valentine's Day!"
Yeah, that was probably one of the most memorable experiences I had, like in a theater.
Yes, that was the other thing they did right with that movie, though. They marketed it as a Valentine's Day movie to help get females in.
The whole marketing campaign in general was
genius, fantastic.
Yeah,
you know, I can watch those movies over and over again, and what they've done for other movies just makes it that much more rewatchable to me.
Yeah.
Lastly but not least, more pressing to us, more exciting for us, we finally have a new computer.
Yeah.
And, hopefully, we haven't tried it yet. We'll see after this goes up. Videos will be more on time. And, hopefully better quality. And we'll be able to release video versions of our podcast.
Yeah.
So
we'll see how this video goes. I'm hoping for the best. We got a pretty nice setup now, so I'm pretty optimistic.
Yes, we're no longer stuck in 2008.
Yeah.
So, fingers crossed, and when we send out our tweets and our Facebook posts, we'll let you know how it worked.
Yeah, for sure.
So, thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate you guys sticking with us through everything, and we'll see you guys later. Anthony Stevens.
Damian Leyva.
Peace.
Peace.